Hello and welcome to the 2023 Bangalore Comic Con, and here we are at the KTPO Whitefield Convention Center. So let's get inside and see what's in store for us. As you guys can see, it was full of comic books, pop culture memorabilia, action figures, and you can see lots and lots of manga as displayed in these comic cases. A lot of Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and the likes, and lots of posters and Pokemon cards. In fact, found it odd that there are a lot of trading cards this time around. Of course, you can't do it without Nerd Arena being there with their Funkos, action figures, katanas, and anything that you could think about, right? Lots of cool statues. I really like the 1/12 action figure statues of Hulk, Dr. Stephen Strange, and a bunch of others which were displayed. Unfortunately, I couldn't pick many of them because I'm running out of space in my home as well. But it's really cool to see all of these displays up and running in the show. And as usual, there were the usual suspects, and I went from Nerd Arena all the way into Raj Comics, who are in fact building an entire universe of superheroes. And I've been exposed to only few, like a Nagraj or a Dhruv, but it looks like there are tons of them, and I have no clue. So it's like an MCU. There is an RCU growing up, and it's phenomenal to see the number of comics they've been publishing, and the quality of the content that's being put out, which is amazing. If they're improving their art, the stories apparently are doing really good. Although I'm not too much into these characters, but they are, getting some great fan base out there. And there are of course a lot of sponsors and stuff. But again, the interesting part about Raj Comics were also they were publishing a lot of the magnets and all the stuff which is associated to get people to really, have fun with whatever stuff they are collecting. As you guys can see, the quality of books and the coloring, the printing, everything has gone up quite a notch from the times I picked up and read Raj Comics way long back. Those are the magnets and stickers you guys can see, and of course the great part of this was it was mainly comics, right, and not the memorabilia, which was more than enough in most of the other stalls. Most of these are imported from South Asia, China, Thailand, and the likes. So I've seen plenty of this outside of Comic Con, but these are guys bringing it on and selling and reselling in India, and really affordable prices, which is a great part, right? You travel to the Western countries, the likes of US and Europe and all, you get this for really costly. You won't be able to afford them, and most of them are replicas or rip-offs. They will not be licensed as such. But the fun part is, it doesn't matter. The quality has improved so much that even without licensing, to get hold of some of these amazing statues is worth it. The Buckamax guys were there. There was stalls for some of the artists and new comic launches. But in my mind, most of this Comic Con was led by these stalls which had this posters, figurines, keychains, and all those stuff, right? The comics were there, like in few shops, much better than compared to some of the previous years, but nothing to rave about. I wish Comic Con would reach a stage where comics really were the highlight of this fest at some point. There were some stage shows going on, and of course the cosplay, which was the highlight. Although I went pretty early, this was the first day of the Comic Con on Friday, and there were some cosplayers there. It was handful in number, nothing to write home about, but it's great to see people still getting dressed up and getting pretty excited. And again, anime and manga characters ruled the show, which is quite different from some of the previous editions, where you could see a lot of DC, Marvel characters. Maybe down the years you will start seeing some of the Indian characters coming to life as well. Yet to see that. I've seen one of the guys do an Odayan, which was amazing. So someday we'll see those as well. But today it was all about anime and Japanese manga and stuff like that. Aquaman, the new movie release, was that display section was pretty amazing, and they had his trident in display. You could hold that and pose and take pictures, and fantastic statues of him to boot, which was really kick-ass. So from this display section, I again went back to what was happening in the center stage. The crowd was gathering towards the later half of the evening, and I assume more people would come back on Saturday, which was the main day of the show, because Sunday was again the World Cup final, so it would still be a dry day for those stores, I believe. That's the reason why they made it 3 days instead of 2. But I found this some of this cool stuff really eye-catchy. The way they designed it, the way they created it. So lots of amazing small concepts and creators bringing this kind of collectibles out. And these were the stalls where some of the popular artists were there, who were signing off some memorabilia and stuff like that, right? And of course, now I'm going to take you through some of the shops. You could start noting their names, and maybe if you like something, definitely do reach out to them. It's always great to encourage such shops to come up with new stuff and spread the joy of pop culture all around. That was a fun part of the entire show. This is Comic Chemistry bringing all of this exclusively to you guys. And if you do like this channel, do consider liking and subscribing so that we can bring many more such videos for you in times to come. And slowly, as we move towards the stalls, I'm sure this video is coming out quite late, and already by this time the Mumbai and the Delhi Comic Con would have already happened. So I'm hoping that a lot of you guys would have already visited those as well and enjoyed and supported all these creators out there. I found some of them who had turned up for the Indie Comic Fest also making an appearance here, which is great. This obviously being the biggest fanfare event for the nerds and the geeks to come around. So, but it's great that the Indie Comic Fest has also picked up a lot of steam of late. That's artistic, the clay art, and a bunch of others. There was also this HRO cards. It was interesting to see some of these trading cards also making some appearance. I bought few. And there were some stores which had the official merchandise. This was an amazing store, A47, which had the merchandise from ISRO. So they are licensed partners with ISRO, and they were publishing a lot of T-shirts and goodies with the in partnership with ISRO, which is great. Thela Gadi, there you see it. Bonker Corner, again T-shirts, lots of them, right? I think with the Soul store coming in, you get a lot of these superhero T-shirts in one of the stores nearby. Again, it's great to see the digital purchase options available readily. I remember a few years back it was all cash, everything happened with cash. And one of the fan favorites I felt in all of this was again Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, some Joker and Batman stuff, and Raj Comics, bunch of those, and a lot of course volunteers were there as ever, which is great. That volunteer community is also evolving. The statues, I think the most interesting part of them was the new designs that were coming up. Again, the top store was there. I bought a bunch of Tops action cards. I collect hero attacks, but again the comic book store made an appearance yet again, as they did last year, and we'll just visit them very quickly, because I really like that there was presence of key issues and stuff in that shop, right, which you typically miss during this show. Graded comics, and that's the one thing that comic book store is really making it happen. They had some great keys. Some of them were obviously reprint issues, the recent issues, etc. But again, enjoyed the whole thing. If you liked it, do like and subscribe.